6:30 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym right now. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I get up at 4:30 every single day. And I've been on this streak for 2 weeks now. I used to get up at 6 or 6:30, but I noticed that I struggled with procrastination, and I kind of felt like I wasn't getting enough done, or like I was falling behind. I would wake up, my mind would be racing. But I recently switched up, like I said 2 weeks ago. I've been getting up at 4:30, post on my story every single day. This morning was by far the hardest morning for me to get up, to take my cold shower, to follow my routine. And as I got up, my alarms were across the room, right? My alarms were across the room. I get out of bed, I go shut them off, but I felt like kind of sick and really, really tired this morning. So as I was kind of shutting my alarm off and I started making my bed, I was questioning. I'm like, do I go back to sleep? Do I just lay down? Do I sleep for another hour or two, give myself a break? I mean, I've been on this streak for 2 weeks now. I was just looking for every reason or excuse to go back to bed and go back to sleep, because I wanted the comfort. I wanted the comfort of going to bed. So I was questioning. I was like, do I do it? So I go lay back in bed. I'm not even kidding you. After I got up and shut my alarm off, I had my bed half made, and I was like, okay, I'll just lay down for a little bit. And that right there was just unsettling. Like, I was just like, what am I doing? But I was like laying there, I was like questioning, like I was closing my eyes, but I had my phone on my bed after picking it up from across the room, because I wanted to make it feel like, well, it's just going to be like 10-15 minutes, so it's fine. Well, I didn't feel good, and I was laying there. 3 to 5 minutes goes by, and I'm like, well, I'll just lay here. And I was staring at my phone, trying to close my eyes, try to go to sleep, but I couldn't. My mind was actually racing more than ever. The issue with all of this is that when I laid back down, I wasn't weighing the consequences of not taking action, of not getting up and following my routine immediately when my alarm goes off, like I've been doing for the past couple weeks. So as I was laying there, I started to think about it. I started to weigh the consequences. I was like, okay, if I don't get up right now, if I don't follow my routine, if I don't push through, I'm going to wake up in an hour or two feeling extremely guilty. I'm going to wake up feeling like I'm falling behind. And if I do that once, I know it's going to be harder to break that cycle in the future. So I just have to stick to the plan. I just have to get up and I have to follow the routine. Even if I don't feel that good, even if I feel tired, and this is the last thing that I wanted to do. So what I did was I got up and I went into the bathroom. I was dragging myself to the bathroom to take the cold shower. I was dreading it so much. I was brushing my teeth. My mind was racing. I was like, I just want to go back to bed, because I wanted to choose comfort over growth. But I still pushed through. And after I did my cold shower and I was getting dressed, I had this feeling of relief. Like, I was like, thank God I showed up. Thank God I actually followed the routine, and I'm continuously executing, because I'm not as tired anymore, like not nearly as tired. And I just feel so relieved. And I'm like, thank you, Ben. Thank you, because now I don't feel guilty. There's zero guilt, and I'm actually setting the tone for the day. The tone has been set. Now I've proved to myself that because my morning started with doing things that I don't want to do, I didn't feed into the temptation of just going back to bed and sleeping for an hour or two. Instead, I just laid there for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't do that to myself. Well, that was me setting the tone for the day. So now for the rest of the day, when I don't want to do something, it's like, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose growth over comfort. I'm just going to do what I know I have to do. And here's the thing. Every time that you click snooze on your alarm, it's you silently confirming that your goals don't matter to you. Here's what I've learned is that getting up early, getting up at 4:30 a.m. every single day is so much deeper than just waking up early. It's so much deeper than that. When you get up early, you find clarity, direction, purpose. All of these things come with it, right? But the moment you say no to that, when you choose to sleep in and you hit snooze on your alarm, that's you saying no to your goals. You're saying no to your future self, your future family, clarity, direction, and purpose, like the things I just listed off. Why? Because these are all things that come with getting up. They're byproducts of getting up early and getting up at 4:30 every single morning. Because like I say all the time, your morning is what sets the tone. And so if you have a successful morning, if you stack wins, if you are continuously putting yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, you'll have a successful day. And if you have a successful morning, you have a successful day, you do that consistently, day in and day out, you will have a successful life. But if you're always inconsistent and you're like, well, I'll get up right now, just today, and then the next day, you would feed into the temptation of, oh, I don't really feel good, I'm tired, I'm just going to go back to sleep, I'll close my eyes for 10-15 minutes, and then it turns to an hour and a half or 2 hours. It's like, you do that all the time, you'll never actually achieve your goals. This is exactly why you can't get yourself to do things that are difficult. You're blinded by comfort. You only focus on how nice it would be to be comfortable or to sleep in. It's like you're not weighing the consequences of not taking action. You're not weighing the consequences of sleeping in and avoiding the F. You're falling into the trap of temptation. This is exactly why I have the systems in place. I put my alarm across the room, so I have no choice but to get up. If I get up and I shut it off, then I'm ready to execute. Besides today, this is where weighing the consequences comes into play. You have to understand that if you click snooze and you go back to bed, it's like you're saying no to your personal goals. You're saying no to your future self. You're saying no to your future family. You're saying no to clarity, peace, direction, and purpose, because that's what comes with getting up early every single day. When I'm up at 4:30, up until like 6 a.m., it's just straight peace and quiet and focus. And I find that inner peace because the world isn't busy yet. I'm just extremely productive. And because I built that momentum before basically anyone else is awake, it's like I'm just ready to execute. I've already stacked so many wins. And so it's like I just got to hold that momentum throughout the day. So understand, when you're struggling, deciding if you should choose growth over comfort, if you feel like you're struggling with temptation, always remember to weigh the consequences. Understand what you're saying no to. You're not just saying no to getting up early or following a routine. You're saying no to everything that actually builds you as a man, that will make you better and that will allow you to succeed in all areas of life. Just make sure you make that mental reframe. It's something I was struggling with this morning, and I had to teach it because I know so many guys. I was just on a call yesterday with someone, and he said he struggles with procrastination. He struggles to get himself to get up early every single day, and he didn't have the systems in place, but he also hadn't learned to make the mental reframes when he's at his lowest and when he's struggling, when he has, you can choose the red pill or the blue pill. You have to pick, but you gotta weigh the consequences, and you have to understand and which one you should pick that will lead you to the man that you strive to become, the one that will make you feel relieved, and so that you don't feel guilty. I like to think that anytime I'm tempted, it's from the devil. The devil is always tempting me with food, with lust, with comfort, everything. I don't want to be a slave to comfort. I want to take full control over my mind, and this is how I do it every single morning. 4:30 a.m. wake up. I stack difficult tasks right away in the morning. I follow routines. I structure my days so that they're aligned with the man that I strive to become. And that's what gives me clarity, purpose, and direction every single day. Fighting the mental battles every single day is what is building me and crafting me and sculpting me into the man that can provide, protect, and to lead his future family. So make this mental reframe, create systems for yourself, and I'm telling you, you will completely transform yourself.